run from it, destiny arrives all the same. Now it's here.
And as this room
Should I say?
fills up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on, Cowboys. Cowboys rushing attack. Outlook could be basically everything for the 2025 season, baby. Stand tall or not at all. Come on with it. Plus more. More and more. More and more. Come on with it. Mama said there'll be days literally just like this. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Baby. Come on with it. Let's get it. Yup. All right. Come on with it. Yeah. Come on with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Yeah. 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 Come on, let me hear that one more time for your mind, baby. Come on, let me hear it. I know y'all love it, baby. Let me do it one more time. One more time. Come on, one more time, boy. Come on, come on. One more time for your boy. Yeah. In the beginning. Oh my gosh. Yes, Stephen Carroll. Appreciate
Stephen
you.
Carroll, $19.99. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. One more time, Stevie. One more. A few moments later, but hold on, one more time.
Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go!
I can literally do this for hours and hours and hours. Oh my gosh. Yo, y'all can do this for hours, boy. Wait, let me big old head.
What?
Yeah. Come on with it.
What did I tell y'all?
Yeah.
Didn't I say?
Just
be patient. That's
just
all
be
I asked.
patient.
That's all I asked. All I asked was for y'all to be patient. It was coming. It was coming. It didn't matter. High power, prolific off. Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Say go New York, go New York, go! What? Oh my goodness! Let's go, man! What did I tell y'all? Let's go!
All right. Oh my gosh, man. If you guys don't know, man, this right here is therapy to the heart, soul, and sinew of the mind. We don't even have to talk about the topic today, man, but we can dibble-dabble a little bit into it. All right, so based upon information that we looked up with AI and beyond. The Cowboys, speaking of these type of things, the Cowboys, what I wanted to do is I looked up, I cross-analysis and ran some things, and I looked up, I hope we control him back this year. Oh, yeah. We're going to troll him back, man, because, I mean, at the end of the day, man, some people just don't get it and don't understand it. But I got to make sure that he feels every bit of this. Jeremy Batts, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your Cash App. And thank you again, Stephen Carell, man, for all what you do, especially during the off season. Yes, indeed, when we are on the lean times of things. But, man, I'm telling y'all, as much as I don't care much about the Knicks, the Pacers, the OKC, and whoever else that's in the finals right now, I don't give a dog about it. But one thing I can tell you, me being a football guy, this is lovely to my ears, man. One more time, because this was the original video, you know. Yeah. Y'all remember this back in the days, right? These two imposters over here. Look. Yeah. This was the original video that we took, right? And then we edited. Hold on. Yeah, that was the original video. Yeah. And watch what he say. Yeah.
What did I tell y'all? Didn't I say just be patient? That's all I asked.
Yeah.
All I asked was for y'all to be patient. It was coming. It didn't matter. High power, prolific offense. Michael Irvin, the playmaker. Keep it spinning or breaking records. We averaging more than 35 points per game. Well, what did you do tonight?
Yeah. So that was the original. You know, I remember being forced to see that all over my timeline. So now we can do the flipper rule. You know, we can reverse it and put it back on them. So what we're getting at for the 2025 season is how do we get those videos not to be populated again here on the Cowboys side? I think that run game controls everything. And when we look at the situations of the Cowboys, the missed opportunities and things of that nature, what really happened in 2024. Appreciate you so much, Richards, man. Thank you so much for the $10 Cash App, man. Thank you so much for all of what you are able to do for the nation and beyond. Let's get this going the best way possible. And there was an article that's written, and they was talking about basically the running opportunities and the run game and what really happened last year and how we can become better for this season and beyond. And what I want to do is we're going to talk about this in an in-depth type of situation and see what we can do to improve said team heading into the 2025 season here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me fix up some things so we can get this going in the best way possible. I thank all of you guys for tuning in. If this is your first time ever tuning in to the nation, my name is Law Nation. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend or that neighbor know where to go.
2024 season recap.
Okay.
In the 2024 season, the Cowboys' rushing offense struggled significantly, finishing 27th in total rushing yards and last in rushing touchdowns. The decision to bring back Ezekiel Elliott did not yield the desired results, as his performance failed to rejuvenate the ground game. Rico Dowdle emerged as a bright spot, preventing the team from ranking last in every rushing category.
So that was the recap of 2024. Remember, we were bringing back Zeke and everything, and it was the return of Ezekiel Elliott, right? And the offensive line, for what it was worth, it wasn't really bringing or generating anything of value to us, right? Shout out to your T-Money, just win. That's what we got to do. So now that we got this all together, here's what we got to say far as the off-season moves. Let the AI speak.
Off-season changes. Following Dowdle's departure in free agency, the Cowboys signed Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders, both of whom are coming off underwhelming seasons. Williams, for instance, managed only 513 rushing yards, with a 3.7 yards per carry average in 2024. Additionally,
Pause right here. Appreciate you. Is it James, man? Thank you so much for the $5 Cash App, man. We really appreciate you for help elevating the nation here. And shout out to you, Sadiq. Thank you. Yeah, we had a blast last night and beyond. Shout out to Lauren. She's going from the 3rd grade to the 4th grade. So, and y'all probably remember when y'all was in the 4th grade, but I appreciate you for your support. Come on with it. Come on with it. Keep talking, lady.
the Cowboys selected Jaden Blue in the 5th round and Phil Maffa in the 7th round of the 2025 NFL Draft. Despite these additions, none of the Cowboys' running backs were included in Pro Football Focus's top 32 running back rankings, indicating a lack of confidence in the team's backfield. Missed opportunity. The article highlights that Derrick Henry, who was open to signing with the Cowboys in the previous offseason, topped the PFF running back rankings. The Cowboys' decision to pass on Henry is now viewed as a missed opportunity.
All right, so here's where we're going to stop it from here, Cowboy Nation. And shout out to the article, man, that was on SI this morning. Basically, in short, we got it to be narrowed down to what they were talking about. Cowboys rushing attack gets a grim outlook from the NFL running back rankings. All right, so here's what I look at when we start talking about rankings. It's much to do about nothing, right? Because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do here, ladies and gentlemen, is to improve ourselves. We're not trying to prove no one wrong. We're not trying to prove no one right. The Cowboys got to look into this situation and say, how can we improve? Because when we look at the data stretched out over the course of the last decade here, the Cowboys, as it relates to run game, we're going to pull this up. And the performance there, I say, when the Cowboys were ranked good at running, the data will showcase for itself. And let me see if we can pull this up. Cowboy Nation. All right, so write this down. I went all the way back as far as 2015. The Cowboys were ranked 9th in rushing, right? Performance was pretty much, we were averaging 4.6 yards per tote, and we had 8 rushing touchdowns. Of course, we know how that season concluded, right? And then in 2016, we went from 9th in rushing all the way to 2nd in rushing with 24 touchdowns, 4.8 yards, 2,396 yards on the ground. And then we topped that off the following year with 2nd in rushing. We get it. Old news. That year, Zeke missed 6 games, but we know what happened as far as the record. We finished 9-7. In 2018, that's when the Russian attack went away. It disappeared. So many people thought that, hey, this was a team that was already run first. The Cowboys were considered a run-first team that focused on running and rushing the ball in 2016 and 17. They went away from that identity due to infrastructure, coaching, and as well as philosophy, the change of quarterback coach, and as well as the offensive coordinator play calling duties and beyond. So those things that change. So when we start to think about it, so many people, and I'm not even going to go into the details of the offensive line being elite, because even in 2018, our starting center that year was Jumbo Joe Looney. And then my guy, Tyron Smith, who was hurt majority of that year, we had to put in Xavier Suafello, some guy named Cam Fleming, and a whole bunch of other things. So we've been having movable parts, but the argument been that the Cowboys always had this elite offensive line group, but nobody really pay attention to the tape. They listen to the 3 and the 4 ladder network, and then they regurgitate and spit upon those nonsense of guys who don't watch every game. So when we started to stroll down here a little bit, the decline in the run game was crazy. In 2018, we finished top 10, but we was number 10. In 2019, we went back to top 5. That was the year that Jason Garrett last season, he finished that year 8-8. The craziest thing of it all, when we correlate and start to look at and extract the numbers of what we did as far as passing, we was pretty good. It's just that we finished that year out 8-8. So now that I'm letting it straight and talking to you guys, I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying. In 2020, we finished 17th. In 2021, 9th. In 2022, 9th. In 2023, 14th. In 2024, 27th. Yeah, don't forget about Chaz Green allowing 7 sacks. Yeah. Oh, my gosh, man. Chaz Green. I know some folding chairs that's in Natchez, Mississippi that can block better than Chaz Green, but that's a whole nother storyline, baby. So what I'm getting at, do you guys believe in the hearts of hearts, looking at the roster that we have now and the offensive line that we have now and the weapons that we have on the outside, do you guys foresee us being ranked at the 27th spot in rushing? Do you guys see us being 27th ranked at rushing for the 2025 season? And Blue look like he can run on water, boy. That boy fast. Do you guys see those things? Because one of the identifiers is this right here. We already talked about what kind of caliber of quarterback that you have when you do have run game. And if I was the GM of this team, I would be trying to figure out ways to improve my run game, plus improve play action and beyond. And if I'm not a blind man, I'm seeing this super
Rebel
chat
Chicks,
from Angie. Hold on.
$19.99. Thank you for going live. You brighten my day. 20 minutes ago I was stuck in a room full of fakes. My anxiety was high. Main corporate jobs suck.
Well, Angie, I'm glad, the rebel chick, that I can brighten your day. I just want to say I love you. I just want to say shout out to you. You should have no more anxieties, and appreciate you for the $19.99 for your mind, baby. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I'm able to turn that frown upside down. Come on with it. Come on with it. Slap your neighbor and tell them, yes, we happy. We laughing. We laughing over here. Come on with it. Yeah. So with that being said, let's look into this right here too. In the years where the Cowboys offense been ranked at, and what do we need to improve said offense. And I think that when we contextualize, come on, Flip Shelton, I don't think that we'll be ranked 17th in rushing. If we can crack from the 27th spot, if we can go from the 27th spot to the 17th, that is improvement. But I'm greedy. I think that we're going to be hovering anywhere around top 10, 5. Call me crazy. We could be within the confines of a top 3. I don't think that we can be a rushing attack greater than probably the Ravens, to a degree, not to be disrespectful. But, if it fits, it fits to a degree better than the Eagles on the run game, because everybody running the ball over there. The quarterback run the ball, the running back run the ball, the wide receivers run the ball in the backfield. Everybody runs the ball in the Eagles land, right? It's not fly, Eagles fly. It's run, Eagles run. Collectively, they had damn near more yards on the ground than they had in the air, if you add all of the numbers. And it could be that they had more rushing yards than throwing yards. But neither here nor there. When we start to really look at the Cowboys and their peaks and what need to happen, what should happen, far as those things as it relates to the Cowboys on how we should attack things, and we talking facts, not feelings here. I think that when we look at everything and we say to ourselves, how can the Cowboys get better? And what should they do? What are the key observations?
Observations.
Come on, lady, speak.
2019 and 2021. Peaks. The Cowboys' passing game peaked in 2019 and 2021, ranking second in the NFL both years, the first with averages of 306.4, and the second with averages of 282.4 passing yards per game, respectively.
Okay.
Mid-decade struggles. From 2015 to 2018, the team consistently ranked in the bottom third of the league in passing yards per game. Recent stability. In 2023 and 2024, the Cowboys maintained an average of 227.2 passing yards per game, ranking 11th in the league, indicating a stable but not elite passing offense. These trends reflect the team's evolving offensive strategies and personnel changes over the years.
No doubt, no doubt. So we stand correctly. So if we were to combine all of those things, Riggs and AI is taking over.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
Blue Magic. That's a brand name.
Okay.
I stand behind it. I guarantee it. About is when you chop my dope down. The 1, 2, 3.
That's Blue Magic right there. Here's what we got then. And I can't wait to do the baby. I'm going to do the baby AI law series. And when y'all see me in the baby form, maybe, I don't know, can the baby still have the hair on the face? Somebody make the baby AI for me. Me talking to Jerry at baby form. And baby, I'm telling y'all that this could still be a good situation. Flip said, I moved us up 10 spots. I'm hoping for the better. I have to see how they will be in the new before you go any further. You're right, because
Blue Magic.
hell yeah. The infrastructures of it. Let me break this down by saying that Connor Riley, if you look back at his tape of what he was able to do at K-State, as far as being the offensive coordinator enthusiast there / offensive line guy. He's an offensive minded guy, and they finished out in their conference at top 10 in rushing, right? So that's just one piece. I can't tell you what Mike Solari was doing. Last time Mike Solari was great is when he was here with Tom Landry administration, and we were pretty much in the middle of the road team then, and that's why they got rid of Tom Landry, and Jerry Jones brought in his buddy Jimmy Johnson, and Jimmy Johnson brought in a whole fleet of guys. But that's a whole different conversation, not to beat up Mike Solari, right? But here's what I'm getting at. Now that you have Connor Riley, that should be an emphasis on how we look at this particular team moving forward on run strategy. That's one caveat. The other piece of it is running back coaching. Here's my thoughts. You can't take a person who never coached running backs, right, to elevate a room on running game, right? It's just like, yeah, great's going to be great. I think that for sure. Michael Jordan will always be great if he was just out there by himself. But to elevate the room, he needed good coach, right? Feel, right? And that could be the same thing said with Jimmy Johnson. That could be the same thing said with Bill Belichick. That could be the same thing said with any coaching. People fail to realize influences, far as coaching, elevate one room to the next. You just can't get something out of something that you've never been. For example, Sadiq, appreciate you. Glenn, appreciate you. You can look at the blueprint of my house all day, but if it's time for you to showcase and tell people where room and what room is this and that, the guest room and all of that, you never being here and being in his room, right, and being in my house, you can't give a thorough tutorial. And that is what I'm saying, even with our new running game coach, Derek Foster, I think that's how you say his last name. He's been coaching players, right, and teaching them techniques. So that by staff alone, we are a whole lot better than what we were previously. And then if you contextualize Clayton Adams or what he was able to do in Arizona. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, shout out to you, Troy. Thank you for subscribing. Here's what I want to say. Who on the Arizona team, far as offensive line, running game, wide receivers, and beyond, that you would say to yourself, yeah, give me all what they had opposed to what we have now? And look at what Clayton Adams was able to do as it relates to running the ball. Well, newsflash, now we got him on our side. You see, Logan says Javonte better than Chubb right now. And that's subjective because we got to see Javonte on the field, right? And granted, I'm with you, though, bro. I'm all team Javonte. Come on, let him sing. Because at the end of the day, we want our guys to hit the ground rolling and running, right? And the only way you can get that is through proper coaching and beyond. So when we start looking at teams and we're looking at our defense, another thing is what I want to do is before we segue over to defense, because I think that run game, in my opinion, Ace Boogie, right? The run game is married to the defense in this particular light. TOP, put TOP in the chat if you know what I'm saying. And that is time of possession. And let me go through the last decades of the Cowboys ranking in defense, and I'm going to show you guys on the screen, right? We're going to see what I'm talking about here as we did the research analysis right here. Shout out to Chat GPT and beyond. Appreciate them for being the official research analysis people over here. All right, so what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, all right, hold on. Let me go right here. We have the total defensive ranking in 2015, and you guys can fact check it with here. 2015, we were ranked 17th in defense. You don't win Super Bowls with that way. Matter of fact, we didn't go to the postseason. In 2016, oh man, that was the chance and the Cowboys to win it all. Well, we was ranked 14th in defense. 14th in defense in 2016. All right, and that's with the help of the run game because we were ranked number 2 in rushing that year, right? In 2017, believe it or not, that was the last year Matt Eberflus was here, and he was coaching the hell out of the linebackers. We were better, but we were ranked 8th in defense. In 2018, 7th. In 2019, 9th. In 2020, that was the historically bad defense that we had. Boy, ranked 23. All right, so for those who ultimately I love Daniel Quinn, right? Oh, they love Daniel Quinn. The time that he was here, we was ranked 19th in 2021. Remember, 2020, we were ranked 23rd, so we improved in that category. Yeah, by smoke and mirrors. In 2022, we were ranked 12th in defense. Everybody was saying that we got all of this stuff on defense. And then number 2023, believe it or not, that's when we were ranked top 10 in defense. We were ranked 9th. And then we went from 9th place because we allowed 5,232 yards on the ground that year, or on just allowed completely that year. But in 2024, we went from 9th to the 26th. I'm asking you guys right now, historically speaking, which one of these years we had the best chances on defense? Maybe you can look at 2023, but we couldn't stop Green Bay Packers for the life of us. And here's where our defense struggled at on stopping the run. That was the glaring hole. Now, as far as passing, yeah, we was a little bit better in that category. But, that year we went to the postseason and Gilmore was hurt. And then all of a sudden, sabotagery of Daniel Quinn, was he there? Uh-huh. Okay. The sabotagery of it all was this right here. We didn't call the same kind or caliber of defense we called all that year. Why switch it up there? Why if we were ranked 9th in defense, why go to the postseason and do something different? But that's a whole nother conversation, right? That's why we call him Sabotage Quinn. But that's a whole nother conversation, right? But last year we were ranked 26th. Over or under Cowboy Nation, Do you think that we go into this season? Do you think that we go into this season ranked 26th on defense? Do we go lower than that or do we go higher than that? Come on, baby. Let me know in the chat. Come on. Shout out to you, J Business. People don't like these facts, boy. Boy, they're like when I pull up the facts, only the people with the opinions of the weak side, they don't pull up these stats. They just talk it and they don't even pull up anything with contextualizations of actual tangible information, baby. All right. Appreciate you. Recluse, what's good with you? Found alive. Appreciate you, man. NJ, shout out to you. What y'all say? We going to be, J Business says ranked 13th on defense. Maybe 16th. There's my guy, Flip Shelton. Quinn played us for a head job. Yeah. And pause if necessary. Yeah. Yeah. Top 15 is for my guy, Ace Boogie. Yeah. Top 15. And here's what I'm saying. If we want to lift up that Lombardi Trophy for the 2025 season and not let this just be a rebuild situation for the nation, we're going to have to do better than those words, baby. We're going to have to do better than it within the confines of those words in one of those categories, right? Because at the end of the day, let me tell you about this one right here. And if that's only if, because I know the expectations every year is for us to win the Super Bowl, regardless of these situations and outcomes and these sorts of things. I know that these are the things that we are up against. But just to be fair to you all that's watching this podcast right now, this team right here, Kansas City Chiefs, who have a dynamic quarterback. One can say that God handcrafted him himself and made him into a Kansas City Chief icon for that particular organization and franchise, right? With the help of the number 2 defense, right, in the National Football League, they made it all the way to the Super Bowl, right? And we can't get a super fork, a super napkin, or a plate, or none of that stuff if we can't get within the confines of the top 10 defense, right? Because defense do what, ladies and gentlemen? Can y'all let me know in the chat? What do defense do, right? And the other team that they played, by the way, with all of that stuff, even though with the greatest quarterback we've seen with a record of 15-2. He had the 14th ranked offense. Do y'all see that? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see that. Yeah. He had all of this help. Yeah. He had all of this help. And 15-2 was the ideology of that. And they made it to the SB, Yeah. That's not super bull sugar. No. No, that's not super bull sugar. That's Super Bowl, right? So they made it all the way there, and then their counterparts. If our main goal is to lift up a Lombardi Trophy, right? Yeah. We got to figure out ways to get in the top on offense. We got to figure out a way to get top on defense. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. But when you start talking about, let me get my guy Eric, man, old bull in here, man. I know he's somewhere. Let me pull him up right quick. Him and his Swedes. Yeah, Montisha. Where they at? Montisha and them. I know y'all still here somewhere. Don't run off.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds.
ELVS. So when you pull them up, Montisha and Eric, they was finished 14-3. They had the 7th ranked offense and the number 1 defense. Do that say number 5? Do that say number 10, 15, 20? No, that say number 1. So if we want to get ahead of these type of things, we have to implement run game. We do. Run game is related to the defense, especially time of possession, right? We do. And it's good, man. It's good. Mahomes is just that dude, though, But can you imagine, it's like Superman really don't need the cape, right? Batman do. So what we do is over here is we might not have Superman, we may have Batman, but we don't even give him the cape. You know, that's just for what it is. Let me know if y'all caught that analogy there. You know, we don't have Superman. Yeah, they do over there. And they give him a cape. They give him Batman's tool belt. They give him everything that he need in order to win or for him to win. Because I would like to see Pat Mahomes with the number 29th defense. I like to see how many rings he would have, right? All three, by the way, of his Super Bowls that he won, that he absolutely won. How many Super Bowls do Pat Mahomes have? He have 3, right? All 3 of them Super Bowls. He finished, or that particular team finished in top 10 defense. I just went through a decade, and we only finished in top 10 defense twice, you know? So it's just for what it is. Batman needs that belt too, BTA. Yeah, T-Jack. Yeah. I don't know, man. You know, Batman is Batman, but he definitely need a cape, a belt. He need all of that stuff. That's what we got. We got Batman. Now, Batman is smart now. You give him you give Batman prep time, he'll beat anybody, right? I would love for somebody to create a battle between Batman and Iron Man, you know, both with prep time. Both with prep time. I guarantee you that fight will be going on and on forever, man. Yeah. That's only if you have prep time. Without prep time, Batman, put it like this. I think Batman will beat Iron Man 1,000% if he had prep time. Right? He'll figure out, you know, he got metal going to his heart and all of this stuff. Strap metal going to his heart, he'll kill him instantly with a magnet or something. But if Iron Man had prep time against Bruce Wayne, I think that he will win. So you need prep time. I think Iron Man prep time versus Superman. He'll win. Iron Man will win. He'll create a kryptonite suit and he'll beat the brakes off of Superman. But that's only with prep time. But Iron Man without prep time, he loses 1,000,000% of the time. Come on with it. Let's not get crazy now. I feel you. T'Challa would beat them all, you know. That's a whole nother universe of talking. All right, Law, that got to be more of a superhero because he did a lot with no weapons better than Batman. Yeah. Who got more money, Batman or Iron Man? Woo! Who got more money? I think it's equaling. Iron Man got a lot of money, man. They both billionaires. They both the same person, by the way. But Batman is better than Iron. All right, put it like this. Bruce Wayne would beat the dust off of Tony Stark's. Tony Stark's can't fight. Tony Stark's so smart that he know if you give him prep time, sure, he'll turn a spoon into a weapon, right? So it's just for what it is. Bruce Wayne can beat the brakes off of Tony Stark's. Bruce Wayne can probably beat Iron Man with prep time. You know, it's just how it is. Iron Man has more. Yeah. Batman by a hair, yeah. It's already proven. Okay, who did that, man? You send me that link. I would love to do that on an alternate show. We just stuck off into superhero comics talk. But speaking of superhero comic talks, you know, we need for this guy to be that guy that can help us out. And you believe it or not, a good passing game and a good number 2/1A, 1B can also help our run game. Because how do that work, Law? Tell me, break it down to me. All right, so responsibilities. Even if we go into let's go into this talk right here. Let's go to lineups right here. Let's go to lineups. Okay. All right, so let's say, for example, how a lot of people say, well, Pat Mahomes got no weapons, right? And they say all of these things. Where am I going? Here you go. And I don't know why they delete this right here. Boom. All right. And they say Pat Mahomes got no weapons. All right. So let me just tell y'all, they really missed this guy, Rice, right? And we'll play these guys on, I believe, Thanksgiving Day. Here's what's happening. When this guy is healthy, you got to put a crown by his name. And when this guy is just out there, what's worthy speed, y'all? Is it 4.2 7 or something like that. I forgot his 40 time. Regardless of his speed, he's going to keep this player and this player responsible for 9 routes, post, or even stretch routes, right? Deep crosses. He requiring 2, regardless of the situation. There's 2 players. If you got 11 guys on the field, what's 11 minus 2? Can somebody put that down there for me? Because my math sometimes don't be mathing. If you put, he's a 4-2-1 guy. Appreciate you, D. Ortiz. You said just like I said. So he's a 4-2-1 guy. Yeah. Put 1 in there. So what's 11 minus 2? And I'm just talking about their offense in general, on how you would beat this, right? The Chief loves them longhorn wide receivers, you right? Yeah, 9, okay. But when I held that 9, All right, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Pacheco's in them, right? Can he run on a 9-man loaded box? I mean, it would be difficult for him, right? It'd be difficult for him to run on a 9-loaded box, right? But what happened here, when healthy, you got to add this in. When healthy, you got another guy that you got responsibilities for. Let me erase this big old box right here. God dog it. Let me erase this. I don't know why it came back up. All right. All right, so when we start talking about this in general, when you have Travis Kelce, you got to make a decision because he got these option routes that he do, and him and Mahomes is on the same page. And what this do is you can't just put any linebacker on Travis Kelce. You got to play him like a wide receiver. So what they tend to do with Kelce is they call bracket cover, whereas you will have a player underneath. Normally it's a linebacker, and then you have another player that's dedicated over the top, and normally that's a safety. Well, if this guy is already occupied with Jay Worthy, right, now you got a situation, right? You got a situation because Worthy, whatever his first name is, you got a situation. Kelce 2025, though, Law. I'm just breaking it down, And they said he lost 30 pounds, and that's a whole nother conversation. He was all bent out of shape last season. Maybe it was that lady he was with. But what I'm getting at is that you're going to require 2. So 9 minus 2, what's that is? Can somebody let me know what's 9 minus 2? What's 9 minus 2? Can y'all put that in the box? Can y'all put that in the chat area is what I'm getting at. What's 9 minus 2? Right? So what I'm getting at is that creates more and more opportunities for your run game. And one thing that I can tell you guys, those particular situations when you have a speedy guy that runs a 4-2-1 and you have Kelce that can generate 2 guys, and then you got to make the decision. Do you put a linebacker in or do you sub in an extra safety because the linebacker can't keep up with him? And then some people will argue that they have the aficionados on the side. 7. So can you load the box with 7? No, because Rice is going to eat on his one-on-ones. And then you got Hollywood Brown. If he was still there, he's got to win on his one-on-one. So that's why I say that passing game can help out run game. And when you do that, and if you do that properly, we're looking for those same or similar matchup, but it's just going to be a little bit widened. This could be the year that Jake Ferguson shows up and show out, because now you still got to be responsible for stopping the run, and you got to be responsible for slowing down Jake Ferguson. If you put him on a seam route versus a linebacker, 9 times out of 10, that linebacker will not be able to keep up with him outside of a Fred Warner or a few other linebackers that's in the National Football League. And now if you taking him out of the responsibilities of stopping the run and he's more in coverage, then that's the situation. That's the situation. So that's why I said that run game with this could be improving just by picking up pickings, right? And of course, my guy Jay Tuck, he pointed out Kyle Pitts didn't show up to the Falcons OTAs today, even though it's not mandatory. He said that it's time for us to call him. It's time for us to bring him in. Kyle Pitts is a receiving type of tight end. He is a guy that runs similar routes like a Travis Kelce. He's not a blocking tight end, but hey, if you could, you can do those things. All right, and the only reason why, and let me combat this right quick, because I do know that people can say, hey, well, hold on, Law, the Eagles were able to do that against them. Well, what the Eagles did is that they were able, let me go over here, team, and then we're going to pull up the Eagles right quick and get things going. I appreciate everybody for y'all support, your love, and adulations for the nation. Baby, appreciate y'all. Where them filthy birds at? Here we go. All right, so what the Eagles were able to do against this whole look, and I don't know if they can replicate it again for the 2025 season, but they were able to generate pressure with 4. They were able to generate pressure with these guys, and those plays like option plays and those long developing plays, all of these plays take time, right? And when you dropping everybody, it creates what we call an umbrella. Let me do this. I'm going to draw an umbrella the best way I can. Hold on, I'm going to draw an umbrella like this. Boom. Hold on, give me 1 second here. I'm going to draw an umbrella for y'all. That's how the umbrella is. All right, so when this is what happens here. When you plan this kind of caliber defense, and especially if this team is up, and I'm just giving y'all some defensive one-on-ones on how to attack this umbrella. When you don't have the guys that can take the top off of this, because Jay Worthy, even though he's a 4-2-1 guy, if I'm dropping this safety to my deepest, and this is McCruber, or it's going to be somebody, McCruber, or whoever it was last year, it doesn't matter, because all I want my guy to do is get in the way, because he got the clear zones, right? And this is not a 1-2 read, throw it as far as you can type of situation. You got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, as great as this quarterback is, 3-time Super Bowl champ, when he's white 80, or here we go, 1, 2, 3. What I want to do is, if I can create pressure and not allow this guy to step up inside his throw, he can't make that throw. I don't give a dog who he is, right? And especially if this guy is already cheating Worthy's way, right? And Kelce, he's not a burner. So the only way that you can beat this umbrella defense that we've been having issues with, ladies and gentlemen, is you got to attack underneath. You got to hit your guys in the flat. You got to hit your guys on small, slight drags. You got to be able to get them up out of that, or you got to run the ball. Think of it like this, and I know you guys seen when people open up their umbrella. They open up their umbrella. And their wind come up under the umbrella, and it flips it inside out. That's the only way you can get from under there. The Cowboys, for the 2025 season, we're going to play a lot of umbrella-style defense, right? We're going to try to rush it with 4. We do a little twist stunts here. We're going to have our guys off. But Eberflus do like to play his corners on the outside with press looks, right? And, press and release. He loved to do that too, jam and redirect, but he will like to play a lot of that umbrella look too. It's kind of like the Vic Fangio's defense, which he established with the 94 49ers. Some of y'all are not old enough to remember Vic Fangio with the 49ers, but that's a whole nother conversation. But it's kind of sort of the same style of caliber of defense, right? But when we start to think about how this particular team is going to attack that, you got to run the ball. Teams forever and a day played the Cowboys by dropping 7 and saying, hey, we'll give you the underneath, right? We will allow you to attack underneath. We will live with you winning the game with Rico. We would live with you winning the game with Ezekiel Elliott back in the days. We would live with those things because if you look at it, they didn't want the quarterback for this particular team to sling it all over the field. But when you are behind, you got to do that. When you are one-dimensional, you got to do that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm getting at, Cowboy Nation. Yeah. Yeah. So it's one of those things. Appreciate everybody, man, for jumping in. Flow the action to the quarterback, to the linebacker. You're right. The Bucks beat out of the Eagles last year. Just studied that tape. Yeah, but the personnel. Oh, you talking about last year's Bucks? And the reason being is because of the coach there. I think that he does a great job altogether. With that being said, but let's cut to this right here if you want to play some games with it.
Spartans!
Yo, if you serious about gaming, you need to check out the Turtle Beach Self 700. The headset is built for power, comfort, the hybrid leather cushion, metal reinforced design, the clean, lay flat look that made to last, the real magic, the dual driver that give you high definition 24-bit audio sound. That crisp, that footsteps, clean shot, 3D sound that put you in the game. In switching device easy, you can bounce between PC, PlayStation, and even your phone with Bluetooth. Thanks to crossplay, noise cancellation, giving you crisp, crystal clear, zero static sound. Game smarter, play louder, dominate everything. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's get it. No doubt, let's get it. So be sure to check out our partners, Turtle Beach, man, Self 700, one of your triple clear sounding HD headsets, man. And then when you speak into the mic, man, it gives you that non-static look and sound. It's very crisp. So be sure to check them out. The information is in the description box. But I want to talk about this right here. This guy right here.
I asked Shawty about this compete every day. Message said yes.
We compete every day, every aspect, every moment. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the meetings, we start competing against each other. We start shooting, and I feel like.
Yes, indeed. Look, snafu on my internet here. Hold on with it.
I asked Shawty about this compete every day. Message said yes.
We compete every day, every aspect, every moment. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the meetings, we start competing against each other. We start shooting, and I feel the energy here of just being able to come into the building and just be ready to, you never know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you're competing against, and I feel like that's very exciting and very fair.
All right, so he's saying competing every day. One of the things that I was trying to drive home to on, I think the episode before last, we was talking about what changed far as the quote unquote, I think 100 Grand was talking about this. What changed as a culture? Well, culturally speaking, what changed was the competition aspect. You got to figure out ways to compete. That's the only way that you can change the mindset. Because if we look at the postseason games, of course, injuries being a part of it, but the very last postseason game that we were a part of, we didn't compete. We didn't put our best foot forward. We didn't allow those things to happen and occur here. So those are the things. Those are the things that we have to understand. Yes, indeed. So no doubt. All right. So with that being said, here's another part that I want to bring up. Even with my guy, George Pickens, not Lopez, Chris Olave, DK Metcalf, Calvin Ridley, Chris Godwin, Jalen Waddle, Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin, or you can call him Scary, Devontae Smith, and that's the guy that they call over there in Phillies land, Smitty, all had over 1,000 yards receiving in 2023, and they all had fewer than George Pickens. Shout out to Dan Rogers on the X app for bringing that up. Although that was 2023, I have to add this to the mix that Cowboys, when we look into all of this, and we say to ourselves, just keep the competition going, everything will work its way out for the best. So with that being said, what we want to do now is open up the phone lines, get things moving and grooving that way. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Thank y'all.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
That's Frenkel and Frenkel, personal injury lawyers. Be sure to reach out to our people if you're in the jam, 214 or 817, and that's all of the threes you can dial. And if you can't dial that number, feel free to visit FrenkelFirm.com. They will take great care of you, not advantages of you. They have a combined over 100 years of experiences. So be sure to reach out to Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers and give them your story. Come on with it. In the meantime, in the between time, my hotline is 657-390-7391. Come on with it. I got from the 682. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
I called it early. My bad. I was expecting you this early.
Hey, man, you the first one in here, man. So you in there, man. Get in there. Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a minute, love. I ain't called you in a minute, bro.
Yeah, now you sound muffled a little bit, man. You all right?
Sound muffled?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're my AirPod. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I mean, you get the 700s, man. You get them, man. You going to sound clear.
Hello? Is this better?
Oh, yeah, you must be on the 700 now. But yeah. Yeah, you better now, bro. What you got for me, man?
Nah, bro, I was just saying, bro, I've been seeing you. Now, Law, did Jerry slide some 2020 to you a little bit, man? I guess you making me second guess a little bit, bro.
What you mean?
I never heard you say. I've been watching you since 2020. I called you in 2020 or 2021, and I never heard you say, "Let's wait and see." Now I may be missing something because I only been watching rewinds or something. Can you give me some context? Maybe $100,000 or somebody can give me like a little better context.
Okay.
What you mean when you come to like the wide receivers, because now what I'm hearing is like I'm thinking, Law, this is not everybody's saying Super Bowl. I'm hearing excellent season. I don't see Super Bowl. The only reason I say I don't see Super Bowl is because
I mean, it's May right now. I think that right now, it's May right now.
The only reason I say I don't see Super Bowl, it is May. It is super fucking early.
Hell yeah.
Trent Camp hasn't started. I get that.
Right.
But can you convince me about the running back room? I don't trust that running back room at all.
Okay.
I don't see them. I don't see a single running back on that roster right now that will be able to carry us through the playoffs.
Yeah, but I need more context on the wait and see. Like what?
When you were talking about like let's wait and see on what these young wide receivers can do. This is before the Pickens trade. Before the Pickens trade,
the wait and see. Yeah. Man, if Jerry slide me some notes, man, it's gonna have to the bottom price would be at least $500. You know what I'm saying? Like come on, Jerry. I know you got it. You know, and y'all will all know. Like look, man, law moving a whole lot different now. Jerry. It'll be the Jerry Nation over here. But to be 1,000 with you, the wait and see approach when I was saying that before George Pickens got here was for the simple fact that I'm still high on Mingo. I think I expressed that a lot, that Mingo was the guy that I really thought that was going to give us something opposed to Jalen Tolbert, because of the running game aspect. And Trayshawn Holden, my feelings about what he's going to do is still the same. It haven't dissipated. So now it just sweetened the pot even more with George Pickens. It helps us out more than it hurts us with George Pickens. Mm-hmm.
And then last thing, who do you think is going to be the last 3 receivers who are going to carry 8? Because, and I say this, now hear me out.
I'm here. Mm-hmm.
Right? CD Lamb Pickens, they're automatically making a roster.
Yep.
Jalen Tolbert and Mingos, they're automatically making a roster.
Okay.
That's 4. And Kavontae Turpin, he automatically making a roster. That's 5.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be the last 3?
Okay.
Like in your opinion, because I don't know who the last. Yes, sir. I don't know.
They're gonna give Ryan. They're gonna give Ryan Flanoy a good shot at that. So that's 6.
I don't see. I was thinking him. I don't think he's gonna beat out Holden or Brooks.
But I'm just saying from the Cowboys going to at least, because Ryan Flanoy, he's still an early draft pick to me, right? So they're going to at least the need to be right. They're not going to own up and confess that they were wrong on him. So, and I think that he still got high upsides. I mean, the only problem he had last year when he caught the ball, he fumbled it. And he was a damn good play that he did. And that was the only game that he was pretty much in. So, to me personally, I like Ryan Flo more than I like Jalen Brooks from my observation analysis. He's a more gritty guy. He can block better. And if we're going to do a lot more running, I think that by real competition, when they look at everything, and if it's real competition, he should finish ahead of Jalen Brooks. If it's real competition, right? So that's where they give us 6 wide receivers there, right? And
yes, sir.
Trayshawn Holden, just on paper alone, he's better than Brooks right now. On paper, he got the good out there in the field, and he greets the ball. One can argue that it would be if it wasn't for his mindset and him being one of them young YNs or whatever, you know what I'm saying, spitting on folks and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? I know somebody finna write me a paragraph. Why you embracing YNs, law? Yeah. But neither here nor there. What I'm getting at is that he got that dog in him that he can fight for that 3rd spot, because on paper, on talent alone, he's right there with Tolbert, with Mingo, with Ryan Flano. But it's just that he got it good out there on the field to prove it.
I got you.
Yeah. You get what I'm going down, bro. I hate that you feel that way.
No. That was the only time, because I had never heard you say that. That's it. That was about it.
Yeah.
That was about it. No, I ain't second guessing. That was just it. Because I was like, I highly doubt we was gonna get a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, you really on Jerry's head before the draft, then all of a sudden you were like, let's just wait and see. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. No. That's all.
But appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, bro.
No problem. You have a fantastic day, man.
You as well. That's my guy Nation from the 682. And he was the only one that was in the call queue. So I appreciate everybody, man, for jumping in. I thank those who supported the Nation. And since he's the only one in here, we can go ahead and pull cords. I appreciate y'all, but I hope that this episode and show was much desired, right, from all of the things that you guys said. We're going to keep it moving from here, but Cowboy Nation, thank you guys. It was brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Be sure to reach out to them. If anything happened, a fender bender, slip and fall at work, be sure to check out our sponsors, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. On the way out, Cowboy Nation, I just wanted to put that out there in the atmosphere that if this team is going to improve, it have to start with what's up front, with the run game. I think that the run game is married and related to the passing game. And the passing game is merit and related to if you run the ball well enough, then you can also control the TOP, baby. And that's time of possession. Yes, indeed. We got somebody else that can call in. Okay, y'all calling in. Y'all waited until I start yanking the cord and pulling stuff together. All right. From the 815, you're live on the Nation.
No, I ain't want to do my dog like that. I was really hoping people. I ain't want to be like the second person, but I guess nobody other than me. I want
to Brandon live on the Nation, man. Brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me, man.
And shout out to Frenkel Firm. Look, I kind of agree with the first caller. Although I do think we have a team that can reach the Super Bowl. We have the almost MVP, so we definitely have enough to reach the Super Bowl. But I'm gonna say it again. I think we need one more veteran linebacker. I would love it if we can get Jalen Ramsey or somebody like that. Maybe a Nick Chubb. I'm actually okay with our running back room. That's my personal opinion. I'm okay with the running back room right now. But if we get Nick Chubb, I would not turn him down. Absolutely not. I think we got it all. It's all in the collar for us. We got everything we need. I don't want to hear any more excuses. Again, I'm not gonna go into any of that right now. We about to hit June 1st. So I'm at least wait to training camp before I start going crazy on a particular 2-5 quarterback.
Well,
all I'm gonna say is, look, I'm gonna ride with the vibes. Everybody got good vibes. I do want to send out a. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna get him the time of the day.
Why? What you talking about? What you about to talk about, boy?
I was about to give some of them New York Diddy file people a shout out like VIP Plus and all them, but I was gonna let it go. But
let it go, man. You doing a good job, man. Appreciate you, man.
No, look, shout out to Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to Law Nation. Shout out to my team. Hey, we good vibes right now. I like our vibes right now. I cannot lie. I like the vibes.
You like the vibes, man.
Shout out to the Nation.
No doubt, man. That's Brandon. Okay. Y'all done sparked some people to call in, man. Appreciate Brandon for calling in. Boy, I'll pulling the clipboards, wrapping it up. A little later on today, we're supposed to meet up with Nick Van Exel and Clarence Hill and some other guys that's on his podcast. Quick to the point podcast. So yeah, I was like, okay, shoot, good vibes, bad vibes, no vibes, man. We gonna get these things going. But from the 901, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. You're live on the Nation. Talk to us.
What's going on, Law?
Not much, man. Who we got? Who this?
This is one half of the 901 boys, Khalil Small, calling from Memphis. Shout out Memphis. Shout out Grizz. Shout out Tigers. Shout out Hardaway. Shout out 3-6. Shout out Glorilla. Shout out Project Pet. Yeah. Shout out A-Ball MJG. Shout out TSU. Go Tigers.
Oh, yeah, Lord, man. It's the wrong Tiger, man. Man.
I'll make my point real quick. I'm at work. Got a little 15-minute break. Everybody's excitement is bleeding off into me. I'm getting a little excited now. After I said I wouldn't. I wanted to see how things play out. All the talent in the world means nothing. It comes down to coaching. That's all I got. Love you, Law. You miss Memphis in May.
Yeah, I know,
Heath
man.
Rouse, I don't know if you know Heath Rouse. I think he's from Mississippi, South Haven area. So Heath Rouse won Memphis in May. He's banned from Memphis. We need somebody from Memphis to bring it home. All right, shut out.
All right, come on with it, man. My God. Lord, have mercy. and shout out to Dolph, man, RIP. But, yeah, man, shout out to Memphis, Tennessee, and everything, man. The next caller from the 717, you're live on the Nation. Brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. You're live on it.
Yo, what's going on, Law? This is Toxic Tom. I finally had someone cancel a meeting for me that I can finally catch your show on the East Coast.
Okay, man, what's good, man? It's a pleasure, man, to have you on, man. You one of the elite callers, man. Every time you call in when you're on the Sky Show, I'm sitting here, I'm listening, man, with all ears, bro. What you got for me today?
First off, everyone, if you haven't watched the Cowboys Collective, you can hear a negativity of John Machota and some of the greatest content creator minds. Give that a watch. And also shout out to Vach and Brian Broaddus, who were talking about the running back room last night. But to talk about what we're talking about today, last caller hit it on the head. This thing has been missing for 30-something years is coaching. And the big thing about this is in the military, it's called the initiative. When you are going to go fucking kill somebody, you set the tone at all times. You have an identity, and you walk in that building knowing this is what we're going to do to you. And if you think you have a chance to beat us, we've already thought 3 steps ahead of you. So whatever you think you know, we are going to make sure that you know that we know. You're talking about Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio, back when he was at Denver, you have to be physical with that type of defense. Vic Fangio, since he was with the 49ers, has prided himself in being one of the most physical defenses in the entire National Football League. What happened to Kansas City, a finesse football team, when they got in the ring with a power fighter, they got the living shit knocked out of them. There is nothing the Kansas City Chiefs could have done. The Kansas City Chiefs could have had 12 men on the field, and that 4-man front would have definitely destroyed Patrick Mahomes. You need all 11 people on your team to be on the same page at all times with an identity. And that is what this team has been missing for years. Last year we had, emphysema patient Mike McCarthy. We had a Civil War veteran and Mike Solari on the offensive line. We looked like a car that was running off of used parts from different manufacturers. It ran, but it doesn't make sense. You need a proven identity, and that starts by making sure that even in training camp, the tone is established. This is what's acceptable, and if you're not meeting it, get the fuck out of here. None of that rollover seniority with Zeke showing up and not even practicing during training camp so Rico Dowdle can just take all the reps to not even start. That kind of bullshit doesn't work when you're trying to win in a physical game. It will never work. And that is what this team has been missing. And I'm sorry I ranted on it. You love your show. Is there anything you wanted to rebut on any of that, sir?
Man, I like the initiative that you brought up, the ability to establish something. If one thing that we can say for sure for the last 30 years, 30 seasons, is that the Cowboys been basically a non-identity type of team. And we had some sparks here and there, but we never gravitated to what we supposed to do, what we do best. And that's one of the things that we can all say with our chest that the Cowboys haven't been.
Absolutely. And the last thing I'll say is this. Talent alone in this game doesn't work. Everyone in the National Football League is good enough to play in the National Football League, other than, Deuce Vaughn, who's the size of a munchkin man. Kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. But the point is, when you're going up against the top of the top, this isn't college ball. Talent's not enough. You need everything. I want the best coach. I want the best water boy. I want the best concession stand workers. I want the best visual effects. We are in an arms race. I want every single freaking weapon possible, and I want to empty that clip every fucking Sunday. Because if I'm going in the next week saying I left some meat on the bone, you ain't doing your job. Every week matters, and every inch matters. And if you don't have that, you don't stand a chance in this league. And that is all I have to say. Love the show, and everyone else keep calling in. And Brandon, Dak Prescott is your quarterback. Live with it.
Man, my guy, man, that's Toxic Tom, man. Off the top ropes, man. Give a round of applause to one of the legendary callers, man, to call in without hesitations nor deviations of his words. And maybe next time he call in, I get one of those epic rants about Jerry Wayne Jones, man. Come on with it, man. That's Toxic, man. I've heard some of his rants about Jerry and beyond, and he does a great job of just breaking down everything. And he always give us a military point of view as well, right? And then he's financially vested with his knowledge too when he calls in. So I mean, shout out to Toxic Tom, man. He did a great job of breaking down everything, especially the coaching part that really ultimately matters here. Even though the coaches got to fight through the ownerships and as well as their decisions as far as who they pay and what waiting game that we got to play with, there's always a game within a game with the Cowboys. It's never something that's concrete, right? It's always, hey, this guy getting these touches. Oh, they're wearing this color for this particular event. Oh, we're finna do this for this particular moment. We're going to keep this guy in even though he don't belong in to get this record. So there's always layers to it when you start talking about the Cowboys. And it's not the element of surprise that we now have a game on Christmas Day and all of this stuff, and it's going to be a Netflix special. So this is a marketing team. And I like the way I think Jesse Holly coined this phrase, 53 brands, right? And everybody got their own unique brand here. So it's one of those things whereas we got to win 2 or 3 games on Sundays, whereas other teams just got to win 1 game. And that's the bottom line, unfortunately. I have JP from the 510 UN. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law? How you been?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain, bro. What's got?
I want to give you your flowers, man, because you have taken this platform and you have grown it. And I'm telling you, your success, man, I really am, I'm proud of you, brother, of actually doing what you do and providing what you provide for the Cowboys nation. So you are the man. Everybody else, they good, but you the man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I thank the flowers, man. I take them while I'm living. Come on with it.
Hey, I wanted to just mention this whole the topic of the week is the Dallas running backs, and I just wanted I have to disagree with the previous caller. It hadn't been 30 years. I'm sorry. It was 9 years ago. We were actually approaching the same point we're doing now. With a running back.
Okay.
And everybody and their mother loved them some Zeke. 2016, what did we do? We gave my man an opportunity, a rookie, number one draft, of course, but we saw what he did. Everybody loved him for the first 5 years.
You talking about Ezekiel Elliott? You know about
we got 3 rookies.
Yeah. Okay.
We got 3 rookies that are no joke. These dudes, they're not bumps. They have done the work. They deserve the opportunity. And if you ask me, I've been watching the Cowboys, man, I'm not even going to tell you how old I am. But out of those 3 guys, at least 2 of them, I can tell you, are going to be pros, all pros. They're going to take us to the next level.
All right,
and
so
now,
before, not to cut you off, though, with that, but to cut you off just a little bit. The two teams that played in the Super Bowl, which rookies did they lean all of their weight on in order for them to get there on offense? Go.
You talking about 2 in the past Super Bowl?
Yeah, in the past Super Bowl or the Super Bowl before that, or the Super Bowl before that, or the Super Bowl before that. Like
what rookie did they lean on? They didn't lean on any rookie.
They didn't lean on any rookie. So
right.
If we are leaning on rookies, and you said 3 rookies, can you give me the names of the 3?
Well, the 3 that we got from the draft.
Oh, you talking about Booker, Jadon Blue, and Phil Maffey?
Yeah, all those 3 are going to contribute to this team's success.
Okay.
But like your previous caller said, it all boils down to coaching. We've actually turned the page. Now, I know everybody at some point in time always hated the coaching. And I have to admit myself, the last O-line coach and running back coach we had, I don't know whose decision that was to keep him on the payroll, but he definitely did nothing for the team. And that was the head coach's decision to keep him on. But now we have a new slate. We have a clean slate with some guys that have proven success, not only in the league, but also in college. And they're going to be coaching college guys, not old college guys that just recently came out of college. And the fact that we picked up a receiver, of course, that he's unproven. When we throw him a ball and he catches it behind his neck, then we gonna know we got a receiver. But we got so many new possibilities that you can't deny. And I know every year, every single Cowboy fan, they go through the same thing. This is our year, or this looks good, or we gonna do that, or we gonna. But look, I hate to say, when you say we'll see, well, we're going to see. We are going to see. They are going to make a difference. Dallas ain't never been bums.
This will be the difference
maker.
maker.
They will always win a game.
JP, this is the difference maker right here. The strategy in the system, in the philosophy, right, on how we approach the run game. We were ranked 27th last season. I'm quite sure we're going to be better than that position.
And who we had running the ball last season?
I mean, we had Rico, we had Zeke.
We had bums. They were bums.
Yeah. And then we had no true identity. So that's what the previous caller was talking about, too. Like the identity.
Well, the identity we had was to put everything in Dak's hands.
Correct,
and then when Dak couldn't perform, we had nothing else to fall back on.
Facts.
That was the coach's problem.
And that's what we getting home to, that even though it worked for us because we hit a lot of teams with the element of surprise in 2016. But who did we try to put the everything on that year?
On that year, it was
the same thing. Rookies. It was the two rookies.
It was Dak and it was Zeke. It was the two rookies.
It's two rookies. So fast forwarding now, I think that nothing really changed. But the only thing that we can really, far as who we depending on, right? Far as from an offensive aspect, of course, Dak Prescott is a veteran now. But if we are looking at this situation, that Jadon Blue, and I hope we can catch Blue Lightning in the bottle, which I'm leaning on too. I got nothing but hope at this point because at this time I can't concrete say that Jadon Blue will be the version of what we seen out of Ezekiel Elijah Elliott year one in 2016. That will be a stretch.
We haven't seen him hit a hole on the NFL field yet. When we see him hit a hole,
that part,
then we'll know.
That part, yeah. So that's what makes this the unknown, and that's why I'm here to tell the story week to week about the Cowboys, what we need to do, what we shouldn't do, and what we're going to do. And that's what makes this a content creation platform. So that's why I say, wait and see. But I'm thinking that just by sure coaching alone, that we should be better than what we were last season.
Well, we definitely will. We've taken a step up. I'm hoping that we're going back to the focus on a run game. We haven't had a focus on the run game with homeboy that was, so I'm not even going to say his name because he never focused on running that ball.
Yeah, that was his whole resume and his entirety of his coaching career as well, bro. But I appreciate you, JP.
But look, before I go, man, just want to let you know I am the president of the Stephen A. Hole Hater Club.
Let's go.
I know that fool from way back when he was just doing radio.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am a Knick fan.
Oh,
so
you
now
a Knick fan?
I doubly hate him. Okay, I doubly hate him now because hey.
Yeah.
But thanks for the piece, man. And just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yes,
you
indeed.
You definitely you riding to the top. If you're not already there, you one notch below.
I mean, come on with it, man. Come on with it. Thank you, JP, man. Even though he's a Knick fan, I know that at the end of the day, the aspect of knowing that everything that Stephen A. Smith said about us as Cowboy fans as being delusional, as being a very optimistic about their particular team. The last time the Knicks won any type of championship game, I think Stephen A. Smith, he had a 4 hairline. He was 5, right? So somebody need to reincarnate the baby version of Stephen A. Smith. The last time that the Knicks won their particular championship, and it was over 50 years ago, and they talking about what we did in 29 years, etc. I can't make this stuff up. The accident that's waiting to happen is the exact foremost team that he roots for. Unbelievably, that he's delusional to think that the Knicks are any good. But keep in mind, no offense to any Knicks fan, because y'all show dedication, y'all show your love and adulation. My counter to the Knicks fans and my spit upon to all of the Knicks fan is the one fan, that Stephen A. Smith, because he does the same, because he really collectively said that he really don't really hate the Cowboys, but it was something that happened in 1980 something, that he was dating this girl and she was somehow a Cowboys fan and she crushed his heart, and the only way that he can get any enjoyment out of it is knowing that the Cowboys are suffering because of his I guess his girlfriend at the time. But we know that we can do the centrifugal type or reverse type of effect, that when we see the Knicks lose it, right, that we know that somewhere that Stephen A. Smith, him and his forehead and all of the wonders of his mind that stretch back, that his hairline is back into the 60s, where my guy Martin Luther King was singing and yelling, "Free at last, free at last." That's how far his head goes back with that hairline. Yeah. To know that he's in some type of shambles and some type of misery is always glow to me. But no offense to any other Knicks fan, this is a direct aim at Stephen A. Smith. Yes, indeed. And speaking of that, I got Pastor Tim. He's on the line from the 336. You in the mix. Talk to me, man.
How you doing, boss man?
Hey, man, doing great, man. It's Tony the Tiger would say.
I'm going to say it like this. Happy New Year to you, dog. How about that?
Hey, man.
I haven't heard nobody say Happy New Year to you, so I know we are in the 5th month, but it is what it is, baby.
Hey, man, every year. Come on with it.
Check this out here, man. So I listen to everybody else talk. And it's like, yeah, I agree with everybody talking about the running game.
Right.
But no one is saying anything about the offensive line. Can I get a witness?
Come on with it, then.
Dak Prescott is wonderful when he got time in the pocket. Am I right or am I wrong?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's crazy good when he got time in the pocket. Yeah.
So my point I'm making is the Cowboys is going to go as far as their offensive line gets us. I can't speak on the defense this year because guess what? It's kind of iffy right there. You know, the moment they talk about Jalen Ramsey, then they're talking about, you know what I'm saying, is now Michael Parsons, he's going to be a leader and all this and that. I can't speak on that. But what I do know is, if our offensive line holds up,
come on with
and our running game is right, we're going to be just fine. Well, and I'm going to go a little farther.
Yeah, take a little farther.
They can stop talking about Pickens, because we had a T.O. and we had what's the boy name? Dez Bryant. We have some crazy people.
Come on with
it. Wide receivers, and
all right.
We've done just fine.
Well,
so my personal opinion is it's going to be just one thing only, is the offensive line's got to hold up, and guess what? Matter of fact, let's go a little far. Emmitt Smith wasn't the biggest. He wasn't the fastest.
Okay.
He had what? Come on, let's have church. Huh?
Okay, all right.
He had an offensive line.
He had the O-line.
Offensive line.
Well.
Huh?
Well.
Now, am I right or am I wrong?
You're right. He had the O-line for your mind.
Let the church say amen. God bless you. Go Cowboys for life. Peace.
Oh, no. Hey, come on with it. That's Pastor Tim breaking it down. Yes, indeed. Revive, you know. Come on with it. Yes, indeed. They heated his body, and they warmed his soul. Yes, indeed. Hold on to everlasting hands. That's Pastor Tim. And won't you tell somebody, if you didn't like that particular statement that he made, slap your neighbor and tell him better like it now. The man was on point with it. The man was speaking from the raimer of messages from the creator of above. All right, I got the 469. What's on your mind, man? Talk to me.
Now, I don't have Pastor Tim's voice, I'll tell you what, but glory, I tell you what, man, God, man. Hey, yo, I tell you what.
Hey, boy, you was on it, though, Lokes.
Hey.
Yeah.
But real quick, man, hey, I do got to pick it off. He does have a point, though.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, he does have a point.
Yeah.
Something we are overlooking is it doesn't matter who's better, like the running back or quarterback. Essentially, both people are important. I mean, we saw in the Super Bowl, Barkley couldn't run when it mattered most, but who delivered when it mattered? I guess Hurts, right? I mean, you got to give him credit there, but it just goes to show you both when push comes to shove, both players have to be there in the respectable game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it does. You do have the luxury when you have a run game and you have a pass game that can attack any way you want, right? And with that, I think with this running back room with Jadon Blue, Mufaha, Williams, and respectable guys we have in there.
Right.
I think they can essentially do the job we have. I mean, I know there's a week or 2 weeks before. It's been proven with the line we have. I mean, when we had Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, I mean, we had Dunbar running for almost 1,000 yards. So essentially, it can be done. My thing is, we just have to have, like the other callers hitting on the note, the scheme and coaching, right? Because I think that is the most important thing that we added is we had I think Shoddy had the liberty in not just choosing he could easily chose his guys, right? He could have chose his friends. Hey, guy, like, man, I just got a Dallas Cowboys job, man. Like, you want to get your foot in the door in the Cowboys? I mean, loyalty right there, baby. You got checks for 10 years, boy. I mean, you saw what Jason Garrett did?
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to be like that.
Yeah.
But no, he went to the route. I'm like, nah, I'm going to put where my money out mouth is. I'm going to get the best type of talent in this type of a coaching room so we can get this done. And for him getting, forgive me of all the coaches' names, but him getting that coach from the Cardinals, right?
Adams, yeah.
Adams, right? And I think Skywalker, shout out to Skywalker Steel.
Shout out to
him. Made a video about it. He emphasizes the run game. And if you do not know what Adams is about, y'all got to look him up. But I think bringing him essentially to the Cowboys was a huge steal for us this offseason. But basically, all I got to say, that Law, is we're doing the right things to make the puzzle align to the end of the year. And that's something we've been wanting for years for it to happen. And if we lose, so be it. At least we fucking tried.
Hell yeah.
And now, you know what I'm saying? Law?
Competition.
Like that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. We just don't want to be on our asses while other teams have all the luxury of like, oh, let's get this person. Let's add to our team. While we sat on our ass and just let it be. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Take it with all the Diddy. So it is what it is, Law.
Yeah.
It is what it is, Law. You have a good day. And shout out Cowboys Nation. God bless y'all. DC for life.
DC for life, man. Oh, my gosh. The process. The process right now is the same process for when that caterpillar turns into a butterfly. This could be a butterfly or a moth. We don't know. It's just a worm right now. We don't know what we're going to turn into. We can't see the changes right now. We just that same little old worm. And none of the Eagles talk about, well, the Eagles eat the worms, right? But what I'm getting at is that process is still the same. And when we get these guys with better coaching, brings in better culture, you can take the same process but be a different team. I always go back before I let the final caller in from the 540. Matter of fact, I'm going to let the final caller in from the 540, and then I'm going to tell y'all about that end of that process, okay? From the 540, you're live on The Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to your boy.
Hey, Law, how you doing? This is Edgar Hewitt. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. Doing good.
Hey, I think the rushing game is going to be a little bit better this year because we was 27th last year, and that's because when we lost Dak, they had Cooper Rush in the backfield. So the defense was loaded the box and made the backup quarterback want to pass the ball.
Right.
So with the addition to the guard of Tyler Booker and hopefully Tyler Guyton steps up and everybody in the offensive line steps up, and with Marty Schottenheimer, with Brian Schottenheimer telling that he's going to marriage the run and the passing game together and kind of disguise our run game, and you know he's all about running. I really think that our run game is going to be good. I'm really hoping to bring Nick Chubb in, though. It would be really nice to bring Nick Chubb in because he's a battle back. But
wait. I got echoes, man. I know I'm not ventriloquist law, but yeah. Turn me down in the background and let's get it going, man. 'Cause you got some good points though.
Yeah, I really think that the offensive line, I think that they're going to be a physical bunch this year. And I'm hoping that Jaden Blue, if they just open the lanes up in the creases just a little bit for that little guy to get through them lanes, I think lightning's going to strike in a bottle. Because I've been watching his cuts on tape in Texas, and he makes linebackers miss. I mean, the dude has got some juke moves. He makes the linebackers miss, and he'll make the safety miss too if he gets that far. But I really think Jaden Blue, with a half a foot of space, I think that he can slither his way through there and get a lot of yards for Dallas this year with that bruising-ass offensive line. And I'm really hoping for it.
Hell yeah, me,
but I got
me too.
Question for you. I got a question for you, Law.
What's that?
I've been working on a defensive scheme. I got a system. It just took me years of thoughts and watching stuff, and I've made a defensive system. And I wish that somehow I can get this playbook to Dallas or somebody so they can see this defensive system. I'm telling you, I really believe it would change.
What is the system? What are we talking about? There's layers to it. Is this a safety, a cornerback, linebacker?
It's basically it's like a 4-2-5 system. But man, you would have to see it to understand it. I mean, it's all about rushing. It's like rushing 6 most of the time, blitzing heavy, and making the quarterback throw the ball within 1.5 seconds. If you have 5 offensive linemen and rushing 6 at all time, the quarterback has no time to throw the ball and see nothing downfield. It's a system that you'd have to see on paper. It's really hard to explain because I know you ain't got a lot of time for me to actually explain it. But it's all about the 4 defensive linemen filling the gaps and shooting 2 guys off the outside, like Parsons and E-Rock going off the outside, with 4 defensive tackles using 2 one-tech defensive tackles in the middle. And coming from the outside, it only gives the quarterback a second and a half to make a decision.
Well, you do know that there's nothing new under the sun. But if you can send me that, I'll take a look at it and we'll break it down.
Oh, man, it would blow your mind. It would blow your mind. But
that's what she said. All right, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
How about them Cowboys? You know, I don't want to waste up too much of your time. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that, that the offensive line is going to take our rushing from 27th to the top 10 with Jaden Blue.
Yeah.
I mean, with 4.3 speed, if he just hits them holes just a little bit, he's going to get 5 to 6 yards before they can put their hands on him.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping for that. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. What's your name? Let me lock you in, bro. What you got?
It's Edgar Hewitt. My phone number is 540-533.
Hey! No. Hold on tight.
I don't know how to get the defensive information to you.
Go to lawnationsports.com, and at the bottom of that page, it's to contact us, and then you can submit it that way. Edgar,
Okay, lawnationsports.com. I'm going to do that, man. I'm hoping that if you can talk to somebody over there, man, if they just looked at it and just ran a couple plays in practice, they would use it in the game. I know for a 100% facts they would use it.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, Edgar, man. Appreciate you, man. Let me hear you say it, bro.
Tear him up on Super Friends tonight, man.
Oh yeah, I got some artillery now, man.
Tear them up from the Cowboy Nation. Tear them people up on Super Friends tonight for me.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. I got you, man. But appreciate you. Let me hear you say it, bro.
How about them Cowboys? Love you, bro.
Man, much love to you, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye.
Didn't want him to get doxxed there, man. Fool around and get that out, man. I know y'all be all in this shooting them text messages and stuff and everything. But, appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in to everything, man. And I can't wait to see what that unique defense is going to look like, man, especially as it relates to rushing 6 and dropping everyone else and seeing how, where we can exploit that defense, because I'm quite sure if you're rushing 6, the middle of the field going to be wide open. It ain't going to be closed. It's going to be open, Is he open, closed, So if you're rushing from the interior, you got to be able to counter that. So who's going to be in the sink, who's going to be field side, and who's going to be foreside. So there are things that you're going to have to look at, and how you're going to disguise that, right? What's the personnel? Is it going to be heavy with linebackers, or are you going to move one of the linebackers out to substitute a safety in there? Is this safety, is he a free safety or a strong safety? So many things. Are you rushing your DBs? It's so many indicators that you're going to have to do. And what happened if those 6 guys don't get home to that quarterback? Ooh-wee. Live with the, live with the blitz, die with the blitz. You know how that goes. And what happened if you give it away with a hard count, right? Yeah. It's so many unique things that we can go over with that. Cowboy Nation, I want to give a shout out to Calvin too, man, for sending a $10 Cash App. Man, I thank you so much for your support. Toxic Tom says, money do talk. You ain't lying. All right. So with that being said, Cowboy Nation, I just want to hold on, not this one. I want to play that other one again. Yeah. Here we go.
Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! Say go New York, go New York, go!
A few moments later.
Look at that boy rolling his head way back here.
I'm trying to keep my cool. There's always hope. But I don't understand for the life of me how in the hell Tom Thibodeau has Cat playing just 28 minutes. He's going to try to tell us it was defense.
That boy rubbing his head way.
But with Mitchell Robinson on the court.
That brother, like everybody else in the universe got their head like right here. This brother, like y'all see his hair, this is where his head, he's rubbing his forehead. This brother's forehead is right here. Oh my God, that boy. Yeah.
But with Mitchell Robinson on the court, the deficit increased.
Literally, if he had this headband on, it would be more head. It would be like literally head, like right here.
Jalen Brunson, that shot near the end of regulation. Don't know what that was about.
No.
Oh my God.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, I do know what to say.
I can't play it no more. Yeah. That boy salute way up here. Oh my God, man. Let me quit talking about him, man. Shoot. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you guys enjoying your day. As we depart, one head to another, I just want to say, oh my gosh, man. Yeah. Just I want to put on my hat. Yeah. Boy, we got one more game. And the next one, I'm going to get me a cigar. I'm going to put my hat on my head. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And say, how about them Knicks, huh?
I don't want to. But Tibbs is doing tonight. I know what's going to think of it.
Look at that. Yeah. Look at that smirk. Yeah, smirk. Yeah. Payback. I'm gonna get mine on. Yeah. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna be laughing the same way. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I?
Just a matter of time. I told everybody. Just
wait.
Just wait. Be patient. What
can go wrong will go wrong. Sure enough. Sure enough. But to all not some, but to all of the Cowboy fans that's somehow falling into the grace of being a New York Knicks fan. I'm here for you. Don't switch on your team. Don't fold up on your team. Don't listening to the words of that particular guy calling us over here delusional. Still be with your team. Still be with your love. They say love's a sin, love's a crime. Love is when you have grief, you ask God for a sign. But still be a part of your team. Don't waver, don't switch to the Pacers side. Still, say when they do get a chance to lift up that Larry O'Brien trophy, right? I think that's the name of the NBA trophy. That you will say to yourself that you never switched. The same way for us over here, Cowboy Nation. If you are being with this particular team since the birth of this team from 1960 to now, and you never shifted, you never wavered, you never looked over to the neighbor's yard, you never looked at, covered another team. You always was rooted and suited in with the boys. I love my Cowboys, right? More blessings to you, right? Because you know what it is to be dedicated. You know what it is to go through the low dial. You know what it feels like to be in the high valleys. You know what it feels like to have the shortcomings. But you know ultimately what it feels to be a die-hard Cowboy, not dying softly. Nose ass zone, I feel you, Ice Cold. But understand this. Robert Simmons says Dak delusional fans hurt defense shows up. Not only hurt our defense, never showed up. Yeah, Robert, I feel you. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, as we depart, leaving behind us footprints on these sands of times, write this down for your mind, because I say the same quote over and over again. Let it penetrate your heart, soul, and sinew of your thoughts and mind as we collide these things together. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, or lose all hairline of your forehead for it, if you would just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besiege and beset, and this right Ace Boogie, David Woods, Cheetah, and anyone else that's listening under the sounds of my voice, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Run it up.
Go New York, go New York now, go New York.
I wake up, flex, I'm down now, check, no drip, this, tell 'em run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell 'em run it up, I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, this,
come on,
tell 'em run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
Come on with it.
Turn to a savage, now my baby.
What is your profession?
I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Don't zone me.
I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Come on.
The first one in, the last one out, get caught.
Come in lazy.
Put in my hours, send the invoice, and they pay me.
What we need, baby?
I need 6 rings like MJ.
Come on, Law Nation. Yeah. I wake up.
Thumb down now.
Yeah.
No drip this.
Tell him run it up. I see you, Ed. I see you. You sent it over.
But first I
Tell him run it up.
I wake up.
We need 6 rings, man. We on the road to 6. You hear that, Eric? You hear that, Eric? yeah, you on the road to 3. We on the road to 6. Come on.
One false move, find yourself they getting
buried.
That's what the devil used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
I wake up, Law Nation. Shout out to you, Stephen Carroll and NJ. Rebel Chick.
No drip this. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I tell him run it up.
Dread it. Run from it.
Until next time, DC for life.
And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
Come on with it. Shout out to my guy. Y'all be sure to check out JC Cowboy Network. Come on with it. Review it. Thank you, Glenn A. Yeah. Until next time, be about 3 o'clock. Gotta go. Run those highlights. Don't let them hit you, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
I be all there too.
I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Play it too.
It's just facts, Eric. It's just facts, man. You know, I know you hear me, Eric. But you guys on the road to 3. We already been down that road. There you go. Look up Los Altos. Can you do that? Eric, can you put down something like what Los Altos said? Come on. Go alone. What we tell them? Don't let the street lights hit you. I be all there too. What she do? Come on with it. Hey. Wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too. Stephon Diggs, man, he having a boat party. Brought to you by Diddy Express.
Doesn't feel that far. Take some money out, all of it. So far, come on, so far. Give a paper crane can fly. Then forever doesn't feel that far. So far,
Come on, choir.
so far.
Come on, choir. Sing that note.
If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on,
Come
fly
out.
on, fly on, fly on.
And they understand the cost. 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 And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. all gonna be together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed.
Come on with it.
Y'all up here with us, with me.
Y'all let Eric speak. Y'all let Eric speak in the chat. Yeah.
I got you.
Don't forget to send me that $25, Eric.
Or even giving tangibly.
I'm still.
I want the baskets.
I want the baskets over there. Hey, Edgar, I got. Come on. Eric, I got your message on the website. I'm gonna look at it.
On the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk.
Damn.
1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy.
Where that sacrifice at, Eric?
This is an easy miracle. We should be able
where that $20 at?
$40,000 tonight just from y'all.
Depend on you.
Need $25, Eric. I need that money.
You know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
Until next time, man. DC for life, not for short. If we offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. And we all good for jokes and everything. But y'all have a good, productive day down the stretch. DC for life, not for short. Peace. We about. Come on with it. Until next time.